Kemba Walker. He has been one of the most elite guards in the NBA in recent years, especially while he was on the Charlotte Hornets. He was one of the best point guards in the NBA. Recently, he hasn't been playing too well. It could be due to age, or it could just be due to the system, but he was traded to the OKC Thunder basically like 3 weeks before the draft. And now the Thunder have bought him out, and Kemba is going to be going to the New York Knicks. The Knicks have been having one hell of an offseason. They've brought back a lot of players, and they've got a couple of young players that are going to be developing very well for that team. Add Kemba Walker to his hometown team, the New York Knicks. We could have ourselves a very competitive team in the Eastern Conference.
Real quick, before we begin the video, subscribe, please. That'd be great. Please subscribe. That'll be amazing.
We recently just hit 15,000, so thank you guys for that. But on the road to 20k now. Let's get it. Come on, boys. Also, follow the Insta down in the description. Please do that as well. That'll be really good. We're trying to hit 100 followers over there. So, this is the updated New York Knicks team. They've still got Barrett, Robinson, Walker, Rose, Quickly, Toppin, Fournier. Don't forget about Fournier. Forgot that they did bring in Evan Fournier. Nerlens Noel, Alec Burks, Keontae Johnson. So, they've got themselves quite a decent team here that we can figure something out to do with. So we've got Randall, Barrett, Robinson, Walker, and then probably either Quickly or Fournier. I'm probably going to go Fournier as our starting shooting guard this season. But this team is looking very nice. All the contracts should be about accurate. I have done all this all myself, so it could be a bit wrong. Right, so this first season, we are not going to be changing much because this team is what it is, and I want to see how it does. So we got Kemba, Fournier, Barrett, Randall, and Robinson as our starting five. We're going to have to pay Barrett and Robinson next off-season. So at the end of this season, we're going to have to pay them anyway. Derrick Rose off the bench with Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, Nerlens Noel, Alec Burks as well. We could chuck in there. We could extend it to a 10-man rotation and chuck in Alec Burks in that rotation also. That could also kind of work. I will kind of give our starters like Randall a bit more minutes. I'll give Kemba a few more and RJ a few more minutes. Evan Fournier, he's probably going to be our starting shooting guard if Emmanuel Quickly doesn't progress for us. But we do have quite a few young guys that I would like to send down to the G League. Is Caleb Love on more than a 1-year deal? Yes, sir. We'll take him. Mac McClung. We should be all right. Here are scoring options. That's what we need to do. So our first scoring option is going to be Randall, Kemba, then Barrett. Or Fournier. I'm going to go Barrett. Do we have any 4-star systems? We do have a lot of 4.5 stars. I don't know if we want to run that though. I'll just run a balanced system. It's 4.5. It's 3.5 stars, should I say? And the New York Knicks this season are projected to be the 15th seed. So let's see what happens for this first season, and maybe we can win something. All stars here. We get ourselves 0. Makes sense because we're losing games. At the end of the season, we go 37-45. James Harden wins MVP. I'm sure we don't win any awards because this team just didn't do as well as I thought it would. Yeah, we don't get any All-NBA teams, and we don't even make the playoffs, which is kind of upsetting and surprising. 2K doesn't like this team, but 2K doesn't like a lot of teams. Julius Randle, 19.3, 9-4 on almost a steal a game. RJ dropped 17. Kemba dropped 17. Evan Fournier dropped 14, almost 13 for Derrick Rose. Toppin dropped 11. So we had a good offensive team, didn't we? Were we a top 10 offense? We weren't. We were 17th worst offense. Our defense was below average. Yeah, okay. Maybe 2K just doesn't like our team. 2K really doesn't like our team. Okay, cool. So we've got the Sixers winning the championship with Joel Embiid winning Finals MVP. So we should try and make this team better somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to find a way. All right, then. Looks like we skip over draft, go to team player options. Let's have a squiz. Kemba has accepted that. RJ, Obi Toppin, Quickly all come on back. Kevin Knox, if he comes back, fine. We can probably use him in a trade. And then we're going to have to re-sign Julius Randle. He's been here. He's the focal point of this offense. We'll take him. And then also Mitchell Robinson. I think those are the only 2 players that we 100% need to bring back. So that's good. And yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we've got plenty of players that we can use. Let's go to player progression, and we might be able to make a trade happen. So no one's going down for this team, which is, I mean, Derrick Rose is, but that's alright. He's only an 80 overall. We can still work with that as a backup point. We got the single training camp, and it's going perimeter defense to Kemba Walker. Even though he's a bit older, we'll send him to perimeter defense. So, we are looking for maybe a better starting shooting guard, man. That's might be what we're looking for here. So, if we look at player finders, go to not point guards, we want a shooting guard. We could try and get Bradley Beal, the second best shooting guard in the NBA. Who's he on? The Pistons. If we gave up, here, stay with me. If we give up Evan Fournier, and the young players such as Love, I prefer Rose over Love, I think. If we give up Caleb Love, Evan Fournier, Bradley Beal has a no trade clause, but if we chuck in like a bunch of first round picks, maybe, no, Bradley Beal just, doesn't want to leave, because, he's got a no trade clause. We could just get Klay Thompson if we give up both of those guys. We also get a first round pick with Klay. It works for me, mate. So we have a Kemba and Klay backcourt with Randall Barrett. See, I don't think adding Klay Thompson really boosts us a whole bunch. Thing is, I'm happy with I don't want to change his bench. This bench is good. Quite like this bench. The only thing that I think we could upgrade is maybe the center position. Like, Mitchell Robinson's cool. He's nice. But if we want to get into that upper echelon and, like, proper contend, we're going to need a better, like, a more offensive heavy center. So if we can somehow make a trade for Bam Adebayo work, that would be huge. I'll give you Mac McClung. I'll give you a first. I'll give you 2 firsts, and we can get ourselves Bam Adebayo. So we'll run a Kemba, Thompson, Barrett, Randall, and Adebayo starting 5. We then have Keontae Johnson, Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickley, and Derrick Rose and Nerlens Noel off of our bench. I'm going to keep Randall as our first scoring option, then go Bam and then Barrett. We have a 4.5-star balance system, so that works a lot better, and the Knicks are projected to be 16th still. Let's see what goes on for this second and probably final season if nothing goes to plan. Even with those changes, we still don't get an all-star. Okay, 2K. We end the season 46-36, still not great. However, our team is really deep, so maybe something could happen for us. We don't get any Knicks All-NBA teams because that never happens. And we finish as a 6th seed, taking on the Celtics in the first round. So Randall was our leading scorer, Adebayo, Barrett, Thompson, Walker. So we had a lot of scoring on this team. Offensively, our team was the 4th best team. I'm assuming our defense then was a bottom 10. Yeah, our differential was 8th. Our defense wasn't great, but we win in the first round, and we're taking on the 76ers in the second round of the playoffs. I don't know how our team's going to shape up against the 76ers. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little bit nervous with this. We're down 2-1, and we're down 3-1, and we're going to lose in 5. Thanks, 2K. Love it, man. Thanks, mate. I love it. Look at the team, though. We've just put together a team that 2K just doesn't like. Let's just say that. 2K doesn't like this team. That's why, yeah, we had no all-stars this entire video. You need an all-star. At least 2 all-stars to win a championship into. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Like I said at the beginning of the video, follow us on Instagram. Would mean a lot. Also, once again, thank you guys for 15,000 subscribers. On the road to 20K. Let's get it, boys. Help us get there by pressing that red button. It means a lot. It's completely free, and you can stay up to date with every single video I post. But that's going to do it. Thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Boys!